Are you going to talk or are you want...
Sure. Hi, Dale here from JeepSolid.
And Jason from BroncoSolid. Be sure to check out my channel as well.
So today, obviously...
Yesterday, tomorrow we were going to work on...
So we have this Jeep Grand Cherokee here, 1995. Its front drive shaft is shot. If you look at some of my other videos, I show you the CV joint up front that is just totally blown out. So we're going to show you how to replace the front drive shaft on a Jeep. I was going so good there.
So close.
I was on a roll.
JeepSolid.com.
I don't know, but I think I got a little issue there. So here's one of the problems we're facing. We've got the front drive line on the Jeep here, and the CV joint is blown out. You can actually see one of the balls coming out the side right there in the middle.
Right here you can see that this part's moving, this part's not. We've completely ripped it to pieces on the inside. It's illustrated by this bulging ball right here. A couple of them.
First thing we're going to do is remove these 6 8mm bolts off the front of the CV joint. This thing is so mangled we can't even get a wrench onto the bolts there to take it off. So we're going to have to use a big hammer and chisel here to beat back the little balls there. Okay, so on the back of the drive shaft here at the double cardan joint, we're going to remove these U-joint bolts. So you actually have to put the transfer case in neutral so that you can rotate the drive shaft a bit. Come on, Jason, put your back into it.
It's really tough.
Yeah, spin it. So that you can get to the bolts on the back side. So getting the double cardan joint out of the yoke here can be kind of a pain. So I get a large screwdriver behind the U-joints there just to kind of pry the transfer case away a bit, and it'll push up and out of the way and you get it off. Alright, I got it. I got the old drive shaft. Yay! And this is the style with the double cardan joint on the back by the transfer case. And on the front, this is a CV joint, or a constant velocity joint, that allow it to articulate around and get our movement. As you can see, this one here is the bad one. We got this from a junkyard that we're going to replace. This one, you can see the bearings have exploded out of this. If you get the boot torn, any debris or anything gets in there, it'll wear out a lot quicker. You can see this one is just totally trashed. The inside of it, the bearings are all shot and thrown around in there. On the back here, these double cardan joints, you can see that there's 2 U-joints on it, which gives a little more room for articulation for a steeper angle. Alright, Jason's got his new shaft.
My muscles are getting tired. Okay, ready?
Yep. So now that we have the drive shaft in place, we're going to replace the U-joint bolts. And we put a little bit of thread lock on there just to keep the bolts in place. It's really hard to get a torque wrench on here, but if you can, we're going to torque this to 20 foot-pounds. Now we've got the CV joint in place here, and we're tightening the nuts here that go to the pinion. And if you can get a torque wrench on these get torqued to 30 foot-pounds. And that's about it. So I'm just going to kind of get things buttoned up under here and get the wheel back on, and we'll be done with the drive shaft. So thanks for watching, have a good day, and be sure to check out some of my other videos. Alright, so we're going to show you how to replace the front drive shaft on a Jeep Grand Cherokee. The front CV joint here is totally blown out. Check out one of my other videos where I show that. I don't know. Just seems.
Just keep.
I don't know what else to say.
This is a constant velocity joint, and it's also This is a constant velocity joint found in some of these Jeeps. It's called an RZEPA joint, or RZEPPA. That keeps the velocity constant as it turns, and it's actually quite complex on the inside, but also simple at the same time. Check out this link right here to find out more about these kind of joints.
Alright, let's try it.
Actually, I did find a joint